Hello and welcome back to Wyckoff Training Academy. As I mentioned in part one, I have taken out the daily movement in terms of dollars in of as per the price of the gold. So now, as we are and keeping in mind the forex brokers and forex traders, so CFD futures they can do the calculation accordingly. So I've taken a sample size of 21 days, that is starting from 1st June ending till 29 June. I haven't taken into consideration the 30th June because uh, this day is still going on. So in this entire 21 days, we had total movement adding this plus this plus this plus this plus this way back like way back till 1st June, and it comes up to $2,371.96. And if I convert it into pips, it is like what we have to do is just multiply it by 10. So by doing so, we got a figure of 23,719.6 pips movement in this entire 21 days. So far so good. So average daily movement based on this total number of dollar movement is around $112.95 per day, and average daily movement in terms of pips, that is the base value is this one. It goes around 1129.5 pips in a day. So based on this, like this is the important part to pay attention to. Subtract 40% from total daily movement or pips. Like subtract 40% from this and subtract 40% from this. What is this 40%? As I mentioned earlier, if a trend, like for example, price is going from 1 till 100, discussion. Initial 20% and at the end of the trend or at the end of the 100, while price is reaching $100 or 100 points, this for 20%. So all in all, this 40% is something which cannot, or any trader who is following or who is telling we are following the smart money, or we are following the composite operator, or we are following people with deep pockets or institutional investors or whatnot. This 40% is not what we can capitalize, or what we can trade. This is not tradable at all. So which portion is left for us is this portion, which is the 60% of the 1 to 100 points, or you can say 60 points is what a zone wherein we have to find our trades either towards the buying side or towards the selling side. So this is based on my 18 plus years, like more than 20 years experience. Uh, but most of the professional traders, most of the traders who are trading, or like who are the fund managers, they all know this equation. Though beginners might be feeling uncomfortable with this figure, but this is the reality. So if I subtract, like if I take out 40% of this entire movement, entire daily pips, that is 451.8 pips. This out of 1129.5 pips is not tradable at all. No retail, because we are retail traders, so we cannot trade. This is not tradable. What is tradable is this amount. If we subtract 451.8 pips from 1129.5 pips, 677.7 pips daily, which we can get a trade within this 677.7 pips movement. So if we do like now we have this much of pips daily movement at our hand, and if I multiply it with 27 days, 21 days, it comes to 14,231.7 pips. So this is the window wherein I have to make my trading decisions either to buy or sell. So as I mentioned, my objective is to get 2,000 pips from the trend of 14,231.7 pips. This is in terms of monthly pips calculation, which is the remaining 60% of the entire movement. So, which is if I divide it by number of days, then like if I divide 2,000 pips by 14,231.7 pips, it makes it gives us a 14.05% of 14,231.7 pips. That means we are making out of given 60% window of tradable price action, we are able to encash 14%, which could be a possibility of earning every month. 14% is what we have a high probability of winning or earning every month. So this is the calculation which I have come up with. So now I can say like the figure which I am talking about, that is 2000 pips, which is this one, is realistic, is achievable, is doable without disturbing, without uh, 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 taking any emotional luggage over my head. And 14% is a big, big amount, a big percentage. There are many traders who are just like, I don't want to throw any random figure, but if you are making 5%, I'm not talking about return on investment or return on equity. I'm talking about this is the different calculation. If you are making the entire movement out of entire movement of the market, you are making only 5%. That means this market is for you, and you can make consistent earning if you follow the money management principles, if you follow your capital, if you follow your risk taking appetite, and if you follow the compounding skills. So based on this calculation, what we can make out of this trading, how much money we can make, because at the end of the day, we are here to make money. So I have done another calculation. Let me bring up that calculation for you. So now, profit potential every month. This is in yellow, you can see. Let me bring it towards the left side. Okay, so let me change the color of the pen. Let me make it blue. Okay, so profit potential. uh, let me change the color to um, black. So profit potential every month. Note, this is subjective to risk management and initial capital. So this might differ from person to person. Now, if you are, remember, every month we are only keeping 2000 pips as our objective every month. If we trade with a lot size of 0.25, we are making $500. If we make if we trade based on 0.5, we make $1,000. On $1 based on one lot size, we make $2,000. 1.5 lot size, we make $3,000. With a lot size of 2, we make $4,000. With a lot size of 2.5, $5,000. And with a lot size of 3, $600. You may keep on increasing your lot size as your capital is growing. Now, this is a realistic calculation which if you have followed this calculation, this this earning compounding or this earning mechanism or this earning which I have shown you on the right side of this particular or at this point of time in the presentation, this is quite logical and achievable, depending upon again subject to risk management and initial capital. So initially starting from this 0.5 like dollar 500 to 1K is a healthy amount to start with. Again, remember we are only targeting 2000 pips. Now, when it comes to 2000 pips, we are targeting that means this is our objective. Some months might be we might be get 3K pips. In some months, we might get 1.5 pips. So remember, we are a business. I consider trading as a business. It's not a speculative kind of uh, like not. I'm not into speculation. I'm into business. So when it comes to business, we have to follow. And unlike any business, we go through different kind of cycles, and we appreciate all the cycles, and we know how to play and how to react to the uh, 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 whatever or like whichever cycle we are in. So I always monitor my quarterly results and I divide my quarterly results into monthly objectives, and then once my monthly objective is reached, I keep on tracking the further monthly possibilities and exploring it. So now you don't have to master all the instruments. You just have to know the pulse of your instrument. So I thought just to give you like thanks to that gentleman who had raised a question about this one. So starting from 500 ending in 6,000, consider this to be every month. So within a span of like what you can say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, your earning is up to $5,000. Let's say if you're starting with $500 and you're compounding it, you're making a 5,000 account, building a 5,000 account in a span of 5 months. So once you make a 5K account, or once you cross a 1K account or 10K account, then things start to uh, you can say go in your favor in a very fast fashion. So then you can explore different market once you have built up a good capital. And this is realistic, achievable, measurable because whatever we are doing here, whatever we are doing is based on stat. Whatever calculation, whatever analysis I do is based on mathematics and stats. I'm a mathematical and statistical guy. Unless and until figure doesn't speak out in my favor, I don't present it to anyone. So I hope you people might enjoy this video. That is the reason I investigated for like for 2 days because uh, as I mentioned earlier, this group is not like any other call service or this one. This is a trading room wherein I am providing signals. So that's those signals are purely uh, purely based on Wyckoff, the greedy GAN, and other my statistical and mathematical calculations, which I do in my normal trading. So these I try to bring things to closer to reality rather than bullying around fiction. So or playing around with speculative kind of things. So I don't say 100% it would be as it is, and neither I deny it would surpass our expectation. Like this might be 10K, uh, because once you build a confidence over a process, so you can build and you can plan your lot size accordingly. So just keep in touch with me whenever you are playing around with the lot size. So you can start with 0.25, and there are many different ways to increase and do the compounding. What is of major importance is 2000 pips. Always remember your out of 60%, like 40% we have already negated because that is not tradable by any retail trader, unless and until you have uh, people sitting in the exchanges. Uh, you're you're capitalizing 60% and you're taking out your portion, that is of 14%, which is, I think, as far as my 20 plus years of experience is concerned, is way beyond the expectation of 5%, which is the normal expectation of or normal objective or normal target of a trader. So I think this video would have been this two-part video would have been uh, enlightening and value addition kind of a thing. This is a realistic, you can say, uh, analysis of how and what we are doing and how we can achieve. It is just a beginning, and now many people say my signals and my these other things are, I'm going in a slow fashion because I'm laying down a foundation for a greater good which is going to come in future. So follow along with me and have patience, because if you are not patient, if you don't have patience, then this all presentation and all these figures are meaningless, because patience is the key and patience is the king. So on that note, I'll end this presentation. Please do send me your feedback. There are many things I like to share with the traders, but unfortunately, people don't appreciate knowledge. Those who appreciate knowledge can reach out to me, and definitely, if a single person is getting benefited out of my presentation, definitely I'll be glad to share my knowledge with the audience or with the traders. Thanks a lot for watching the video.